It's the Louisiana Downs Quarter Horse Racing Report, brought to you by Louisiana Center for Equine Reproduction, the Stallion T-Cos standing at Blanchette Farms, and the Louisiana Quarter Horse Breeders Association.
And hello again, everyone. I'm Greg Thompson of StallionResearch.com. Welcome to this episode of the Louisiana Downs Report. In this episode, in our recap section, we're going to look back at the restricted Grade 3 Mr. Jess Perry Stakes, as well as looking forward in the preview section of this upcoming weekend's restricted Grade 2 Mardi Gras Derby and Futurity, taking place this weekend in Bossier City. But before we get to that, let's look at the StallionResearch.com news brief.
Spanning the country to bring you quarter horse racing news.
This weekend's Mardi Gras Futurity is headlined by Wendy Garcia trained Dynasty's Jumping, and we were able to catch up with the trainer about her fastest qualifier going into the Futurity.
She came out really good from the trials, and she's ready for the finals, so she came out really sound, and we're really excited for finals for the Mardi Gras.
This LQHBA yearling graduate draws the two-hole and will be piloted by Modesta Pena in the finals. And you can read all about the Futurity in the racing preview section of StallionResearch.com. This weekend stakes calendar also includes the restricted Grade 2 Mardi Gras Derby, with stakes winner He's a Fast Rogue leading the field as the fastest qualifier. Stallion Research was able to catch up with trainer Kevin Broussard as he prepares for this weekend's stakes event.
He's come out of the race real well. We put him on light training, just galloped him a couple of times since the trials, and he's doing real well. I think he'll run us a big race. He drew a good post. He should get out the gates real. He should be hard to beat. I hope he runs straight and does everything right.
You can find a full list of qualifiers for both the Mardi Gras Futurity and the Derby by logging on to StallionResearch.com. The breaking news pertaining to the Grade 3 Harris Futurity with the finals on March 22nd centers around this explosive debut in the trials by Gotta Run Miss, a $1,500 graduate of the LQHBA yearling sale.
Last coming up into second on the far outside with Fieto Cartel, but everybody is chasing a fleet-footed Gotta Run Miss, a 5-length winner.
Robert Mesh trains this Agouti filly that earned a 93 speed index for this runaway effort. Hey, don't go away. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsor, Louisiana Center for Equine Reproduction. Introducing the Louisiana Center for Equine Reproduction in Opelousas, Louisiana, specializing in state-of-the-art equine reproduction with a multitude of services to service your mare and your breeding operation. Visit them on the web at laequine.com to see their comprehensive stallion lineup as well as the details of services offered at Lacer. Dr. Eddie Kramer and his staff will strive to bring excellence into the field of breeding running quarter horses. Trust your breeding investment with the experts. Trust in the Louisiana Center for Equine Reproduction in Opelousas, Louisiana. Okay, we're back here on the Louisiana Downs Report, and the theme continues. Explosive performances seen here in the restricted Grade 3 Mr. Jess Perry Stakes.
The $35,000 Magnolia Stakes.
And they're off. 50 dash down toward the inside. Great start for Open Mia Corona on the far outside up to take over the lead. 50 dash is fighting up into second, but it's Open Mia Corona opening up in the stretch. A 2-length winner on the wire.
2012 LQHBA $1 Million Breeders' Futurity winner returns to the winner's circle in Graded Stakes Company with his 4-year-old debut in explosive fashion, with a runaway victory in this effort that yielded a 102 speed index. Bobby Martinez trains the 4-year-old with David Alvarez aboard for owner Tommy Hayes and Charles Forbes, as he was bred in the state of Louisiana by Dr. Natalie Montgomery. You can read further about the restricted Grade 3 Mr. Jess Perry Stakes in the racing section at StallionResearch.com. Don't go away. We'll be right back with more Louisiana Downs Report after these words from the Stallion T-Cos standing at Blanchette Farms in Ville Platte, Louisiana. Standing at Blanchette Farm in Ville Platte, Louisiana is T-Cos, the son of champion sire Corona Cartel out of a splashback mare named Do It, To It, Rev.
Too late though, because T-Cos is gone and long gone. T-Cos gonna win easily.
He went on to qualify into the All-American Futurity field with this effort and finished third in the Grade 1 event.
T-Cos goes on to a pretty handy win. Jessica.
Speed and a quality pedigree await your mare in T-Cos at Blanchette Farm.
The Louisiana Downs Report Stakes Preview.
Okay, we're back and we're jumping right into the preview section of the restricted Grade 2 Mardi Gras Derby and Futurity happening this weekend in Bossier City, Louisiana.
The restricted Grade 2 Mardi Gras Derby.
In the preview of the Mardi Gras Derby, we've talked quite a bit about the fastest qualifier's explosive effort in his trial, but also let's look at the second fastest qualifier at the same time, Dash Into the Bank. Ran a game second behind the fastest qualifier to finish second on the qualifiers list going towards the finals. The fastest qualifier, he's a fast rogue. In his last start before the trials, won the restricted Grade 3 Billy Montgomery Stakes, going away along the rail with Donald Watson aboard. This three-time qualifier of Futurities will be looking to push its bankroll over the $200,000 mark with a win in the Derby. An interesting contender to look at into the finals is the third fastest qualifier, JLS Book of Psalms, that only broke its maiden in its previous start, rallied ultra impressively from behind to get up to win his trial and to qualify third for the Derby. In our next preview section, we'll look at the Futurity going forth this Saturday. Still more Louisiana Downs Report after these words from the LQHBA. Did you know that Louisiana has the #1 state bred program in the country, and that over $22.7 million in purses was paid out in quarter horse races in 2012? Over $4.5 million paid out in breeder and stallion awards, and that 2 Louisiana bred yearlings set records at the LQHBA sale in August. Louisiana has the richest state bred futurity program in the country, including the estimated $1 million LQHBA Breeders' Futurity. You can take part by contacting the LQHBA on the web or by phone. Louisiana breds are faster horses that run for more money. Okay, we're back in the first big futurity of the year, the restricted Grade 2 Mardi Gras Futurity, taking place this weekend. 10 2-year-olds going at it for the lion's share of the $281,000 purse. The fastest qualifier, Dynasty's Jumpin', brought forth some interesting facts. It was an obviously visually impressive performance by the fastest qualifier, but it is important to note that the rest of the field that wasn't too terribly far behind, that no other horse qualified into the race. That is an indication of just how tightly bunched all the other 9 qualifiers are behind the fastest effort. An effort, I might add, that was by a $7,000 yearling purchase from the LQHBA sale. The trial for the second fastest qualifier, Party with Braxton, might just become the key trial to the finals as the second and the fourth and the 6th fastest qualifier come out of this race, all of them within a length of each other at the wire. Also interesting to note, Party with Braxton was a $6,700 sales graduate at the LQHBA yearling sale. And the interesting storylines continue into the third fastest qualifier, Jess for Run. Watch as the swinging Jess gelding bears out mid-stretch before jockey Lucas Constantine reaches up to straighten him up before getting him re-rallied to win his trial and also to finish third into the qualifying ranks going into the finals. Jess for Run is a $15,000 sales graduate from the LQHBA yearling sale. And that closes out the racing preview section for this episode. Louisiana Downs Stallion Spotlight. This episode's Stallion Spotlight was earned by Corona's Leaving You, the son of Corona Cartel out of an easily smashed mare named Little Bit Rusty. Corona's Leaving You earns a spotlight with his son's Open Me a Corona's impressive romp in the restricted Grade 3 Mr. Jess Perry Stakes on March 1st. He became the sire of a $1 million LQHBA Breeders' Futurity winner when Open Me Corona won it in 2012. He was the #2 leading first crop sire of 2012 and has sired earners of over $1.8 million from only 3 crops to race. You can view more statistics and information about Corona's Leaving You by viewing his member Stallion page at stallionesearch.com. Okay, that's all the time we have here on the Louisiana Downs Report. We'll be back next week with the recap of the restricted Grade 2 Mardi Gras Derby and Futurity, as well as looking forward to the closing weekend stakes of the Harris Futurity, the Grade 3 event, as well as the Streak and La Jolla Stakes. If you can't be at the racetrack this weekend, go to aqha.com/racing and watch all the Q racing videos from all the partnering racetracks from across the country. I'm Greg Thompson of StallionEsearch.com, and we'll see you next week here on the Louisiana Downs Report.